This is T2B, VHF, and UHF operating practices. There are 13 questions in this group, and the key topics are FM repeater operation and the reverse function, CTCSS subaudible tones and DTMF signaling, DMR digital radio talk groups and color codes, linked repeater networks, resolving operating problems with frequency conflicts, and Q signals such as QRM and QSY. How is a VHF-UHF transceiver's reverse function used? C. To listen on a repeater's input frequencies. The reverse function swaps your radio's transmit and receive frequencies, allowing you to listen to the repeater's input frequency instead of its output. This helps determine if you can contact another station directly by simplex or troubleshoot if a repeater is working. What term describes the use of subaudible tone transmitted along with the normal voice audio to open the squelch of a receiver? D. CTCSS. CTCSS, continuous tone coded squelch system, uses a continuous subaudible tone transmitted alongside voice audio. Repeaters programmed for a specific CTCSS tone will only open their squelch when that tone is present, preventing random signals from activating the repeater. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. A linked repeater network connects multiple repeaters so that a signal received by one repeater is retransmitted by all repeaters in the network. This extends communication range far beyond what a single repeater can cover. Which of the following could be the reason you are unable to access a repeater whose output you can hear? D. All of these are correct. All three can prevent repeater access. A wrong offset means you are transmitting on the wrong frequency. Wrong CTCSS tone means the repeater ignores your signal. A wrong DCS code has the same effect as a wrong CTCSS. If you can hear the repeater but you can't access it, check all three settings. What would cause your FM transmission audio to be distorted on voice peaks? C. You are talking too loudly. Talking too loudly into the microphone causes over-deviation on FM, which distorts your audio on voice peaks. The solution is to speak at a normal level or move the microphone further away from your mouth. What type of signaling uses pairs of audio tones? A. DTMF. DTMF, dual tone multi-frequency, uses pairs of audio tones for signaling. It is the same technology used in telephone touch-tone keypads. Each button press generates two simultaneous tones. DTMF is used for repeater control and auto patch access. How can you join a digital repeater's talk group? C. Program your radio with the group's ID or code. To join a digital repeater talk group, you can program your radio with the talk group's ID or code. Talk groups organize communications on digital systems like DMR, allowing different groups to share the same repeater infrastructure. Which of the following applies when two stations transmitting on the same frequency interfere with each other? A. The stations should negotiate continued use of the frequency. When two stations interfere with each other, they should negotiate continued use of the frequency. No station has automatic priority over another. Cooperation and courtesy are the foundation of amateur radio. Why are simplex channels designated in the VHF-UHF band plan? A. So stations within range of each other can communicate without tying up a repeater. Simplex channels are designated so stations within direct range of each other can communicate without using a repeater. This keeps repeaters available for stations that actually need them to extend their range. Which Q signal indicates that you are receiving interference from other stations? A. QRM. QRM means you are receiving interference from other stations, man-made interference. Don't confuse QRN, natural noise or static, QSY, changing frequency, or QSB, signal fading. Which Q signal indicates that you are changing frequency? QSY. Answer B. QSY means I am changing frequency or change to another frequency. When you hear let's QSY to 146.550, it means move to that frequency to continue the conversation. What is the purpose of the color code used on DMR repeater system? C. Must match the repeater color code for access. DMR color codes function similarly to CTCSS tones on analog repeater. Your radio must be programmed with the correct color code to access the repeater. If the color code does not match, the repeater will not respond. What is the purpose of a squelch function? A. Mute the receiver audio when a signal is not present. The squelch function mutes or silences the receiver audio when no signal is present. Without squelch, you would hear a constant static noise between transmissions. The squelch threshold can be adjusted. Some of our key takeaways from VHF, UHF practices, what to remember. 1. CTCSS versus DTMF. CTCSS is continuous subaudible tone for repeater access, also called the PL tone. DTMF is pairs of audible tones for signaling, like touch tones. 2. Reverse function. Swaps the transmit, or TX, and the receive, or RX, to let you listen to the repeater's input frequency. This is useful for checking if you can reach a station on simplex or for troubleshooting. QRM and QSY. QRM is interference from another station. M equals man-made. QSY, changing frequencies. S equals shift yourself. Both are tested on the exam. DMR essentials. Color code equals access control, like CTCSS for digital. Talk group ID equals conversation routing. Program both into your radio's code plug. 5, repeater access troubleshooting. You can hear, but you can't get in. Check these 3 things: offset, CTCSS tone, and DCS code. All 3 can prevent access independently. Frequency conflicts. No station owns a frequency. When two stations interfere, they should negotiate. No priority is based on signal strength, time, or license class. FM audio distortion. Talking too loudly causes overdeviation, which distorts voice peaks. Speak normally and keep the mic a few inches away from your mouth. And the squelch function. It mutes the receiver when no signal is present, so you don't hear constant static. Adjustable threshold. Higher requires stronger signals.